Dude, probably just from like cranking it over and fucking with it, dude.
No. That's free.
I want to crank the.
Any dims? Any dims? Ooh. That's gonna be. Watch out! It could spray you. Yep. Like that. Oh.
Oh.
Hello? Is there a rotor?
Hello.
Another rotor, please? Oh. Ooh, kill it.
Oh, damn. Oh my god. Oh, here we go. Right here. There it is. Found it. Yeah, right here.
Oh, it damaged it.
Yeah, I damaged the rotor.
Yeah.
Right here.
You see that little nick in there?
Oh yeah, you can.
Yeah.
You see the apex seals toasted? Yeah, it scorched it to the housing.
Yeah.
So the outer housing's fucked. This thing's
Not bad though. I think this. So, rotor one apex seal has left the chat. It will be missed, and we appreciate its service. And then we're probably gonna have to replace one iron or one case. Hopefully the sides are fine. But one rotor is fucked. Hi, what are you doing? Did he have you? We're out here putting the extra time in on a weekend. This is Eleanor. It's one of my friend's dogs. It's a big baby. Inspect it. Tell us how it is. 13B is blowing apart right now after we blew it apart ourselves. So we're checking out the inside bits. These are so this is the rear bearing. You can see this, like, you see how it changes color to like more of a brassy like orange color. So that, I feel like from what I've seen on the internet, that's a normal thing, but on the opposite side of the rotor is where the opposite side of the bearing is where you're gonna actually see the real wear. So you can see on this one, it's starting to remove that top coat. So wear's starting to happen, but wear, is subjective depending on how you're running the motor and whatever. This motor is obviously, it was new to me, but it was used. So the front, you can see that little bit of wear from the top again. That was the same on the bottom. And then if we rotate it to the front of the engine, see that? That's all the way to the base of the bearing material. So the bearings themselves are made out of brass. Really soft material. It's to the point where if you get it all the way to the base material of the bearing, it's not going to hurt the actual eccentric shaft. But it's removing its lubricating properties. So like stuff can heat up faster, and you're also just removing material in general, which is not good. And you're changing the clearance of everything the more material that changes. So technically everything can move around a little bit, especially since these bearings are on the front of the rotor housing and the back. So if you lose those materials, technically the shaft can start to do this. That's the idea of that. I swear to God, baby, this is the third time in a row you've been doing this. I love you.
She just wants the lovin'.
I love you. So, anyways, not the greatest news because we could have been starting with an engine that was already kind of on its last leg. One thing I found while taking the pan off is a bunch of old plastic / RTV and everything like that. Shout out to my BRZ GRD6 boys. You guys know what's up. This had a bunch of junk on it. We've kind of taken it off now, but the pickup was definitely being restricted, which typically the oil pan on an RX7 isn't as important as lubricating your apex seals and side seals, right? Which you do that with premix. But it's still important because it's feeding fresh oil to the bearings. In this case, this could have been blocked off for a while before we even got the engine and started causing some of that wear. Probably just a little bit of RTV, you know. So we got the rear housing off. Those aren't bad.
What the heck?
So that would have been a major restriction. Decent. You're not gonna be able to save. I believe the factory Apex seals are like 3-piece.
Looks. I don't know.
That's a full dent.
Yeah, that's what a chunk is.
So that might be a dented or melted rotor. Trying to like pry it off, but like there's an edge right here that's dented. That would have lost compression right there.
Yeah.
So that was too hot a timing on that one. And then there's a chunk missing right there too. So we definitely detonated. This one's not dented. So that's actually pretty fucked. We'll have to get a new one of these too. There's your crankshaft, essentially. So that's an immediately fuck up. Yeah, so one rotor's dented, and one rotor broke a seal. We had both of the detonation issues with this engine. The rotors themselves, the bearings are nice. No issues there.
Yeah.
So we can I feel like I can just assume that it was our tuning that blew it up, which I kind of was trying to do that in the first place. It's like an unknown thing, but I wanted to see exactly how far we could go with the stock engine and with the Ignite Red racing fuel, like how aggressive I could get the timing. And we found it. So it's a little bit different than a piston engine where once you have knock or detonation, typically you can just like turn it back down. On rotary engines, once they knock, they kind of just go.
They explode.
So it kind of helps to start with a map, like a tune that has your timing kind of just set. In this case, I hadn't tuned much rotaries yet, so this was my my lesson learned on how far I can go. So this next engine, we know exactly what it'll do, and what we can improve on as well for the tune. So that's just kind of the way it goes. Sometimes you gotta break shit to learn. Obviously, you don't want to be breaking shit on the customer's dime. So that's why we do stuff like this on our own cars here. If this was a video about someone else's engine and us being like, oh yeah, we tuned it and it'll blow up, I would feel like the asshole.
Yeah.
But in this case, this is my own doing on my own car, and it's just the way it goes when you're trying to do new stuff. So.
Is this thing on?
Oh my god, piece of shit, dude. So I'm just trying to like see shit. All right, there we go. So. There it is. Yeah, you can see at the bottom, there's a few, like that one's apparent. There it is.
Oh yeah, that chunk that's missing.
Yep. That one's missing a whole one too. Look at that.
It's just self-clearancing.
Yeah. That's the Apex seals going through it. It got a few.
Yeah.
That one got chewed up. Ooh, that one's really bad.
Mm-hmm.
That one's bad. That one's fucked. That one's missing a whole thing. So that's definitely gonna affect spool.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can see shit dinged up on the inside a little bit. I guess. Now we know. Now we know.
It's like
Apex Seal versus Turbo. Apex Seal wins every time.
the worst game of paper, rock, scissors.
Dude, you remember on Discovery Channel when they did the Greatest Warrior of All Time? It's Japanese samurai versus the Trojan warrior.
Yeah.
Who wins?
Samurai wins.
We put it through our advanced algorithm and found out that, yes, Apex Seals win. God damn it, dude. That actually made me upset.
Yeah. Well,
The engine breaking,
You knew it was gonna happen.
that was going to happen. I was doing that on purpose, but this,
I mean, when pieces come out.
it's like me on a Tuesday.
When worlds collide.
I had a good time. I don't know if you had a good time, but I did. I had a great time.
It was a great time. Watching it happen was pretty cool.
And now we have two new pieces of art
Nice.
for our for our front lobby. So, you know, they're engines. You shouldn't be scared of them, and you gotta blow stuff up first to figure out how to fix them and where your weak links are. So, anyways, I think that's probably it for this video, don't you think?
Yeah.
That John got fucked up.
Now we have a mess.
That's fucked up.
That's pretty fucked up, dude.